chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.
Join us for Coffee Convo, your weekly dose of engaging discussions over a warm cup of coffee. Every Friday at 8 p.m., we dive into thought-provoking topics, share personal stories, and have fun, meaningful conversations with special guests. Whether you're a coffee lover or just enjoy a good chat, this is the perfect place to unwind and connect. Grab your favorite brew, tune in, and let's talk. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation. Don't miss out. Stream live and join the conversation.
Hello and greetings, my viewers. Tonight, from wherever you are tuned in this program, Coffee Convo. Coffee Convo is a program where we talk. It is a talk show. At times, and again, we shall be doing solo talk like what I'm doing tonight. Sometimes we do one-on-one with a person or a group. So a talk show here is open and diverse depending on the topic and the people available. So wherever you are tuned in, welcome to our program tonight. I want to welcome you from our viewers from everywhere, all over the world. I know people are viewing from America, people are viewing from the UAE, people are tuning from even our African countries. And I know this program is touching people. These programs are reaching people from various places of this nation. Wherever you are, wherever you are set, just take a cup of coffee, sit well, and listen to the talk, and even participate by commenting in the comment section, whatever may help even the rest of our viewers. I am your host, David Mutuku, here in Prime GTV. This is a program of Prime GTV. Prime GTV means Prime Gospel Television. That's an online TV. And so we are not in your television set. Don't go there looking for it. Remember, we are still on our social media platform. So welcome and feel well, feel good. Coffee Convo is where we take a cup of coffee, sparks of new conversation. So tonight we are in for a wonderful conversation. I believe you saw my advertisement earlier, and we are talking on the power of starting small. Power of starting small. That shall be our topic tonight. And I want to believe, I want to know, I want to trust that this talk will spark a new power in your life, where you shall be in ability and in a position even to know that starting small is not a disadvantage. Starting small is not about being poor, but starting small has power in it. And so I want to welcome you. Feel at home, feel comfortable. Take your seat and sit and listen to this, because I'll be unveiling mysteries about starting small. Maybe you have been fearing to start something because you only have 100 bob, and you think with 100 bob cannot amount to anything. Starting small has power. We shall be seeing this in our conversation tonight. This is a solo talk show where I will be unveiling some mysteries, and I will also be talking an history about our online TV. This is a place where we are bringing items different ways, but we did not start where we are. We began somewhere very small, as we shall be talking down the program. We started nothing. We never saw that this can come to what we are today. But because we decided to start small with what we had, as we shall be talking in our program, then we have come this far. A season of 5 years is not small, running an online TV with all challenges, with all difficulties, but we have come this far. And one thing I always say, that it is by the grace of God. Remember, this is an online gospel channel, but tonight and every Friday we have talk in various areas. Maybe we can talk on health, We can also talk in food. We can talk in education, business, and everything. Like tonight, we are inciting people, whether it be business, whether you want to start a family, whether you want to start a fitness affair, anything that you want to do, remember, there is power in starting small. It doesn't matter. There is power in starting small. And that is what we are measuring on tonight. This is not a biblical teaching. It is not a scriptural teaching. It is not a church teaching, but this is a diverse. It's an open talk where we can talk matters of realities of life, which are very key to the life of people. And so, welcome my listeners, and realize that starting small is just very key. It is very key. Like if you look at us here in Prime GTV, we started from nothing. We had no camera, we had no mics, we did not have any machine like mixers. We did not have anything that can make one appear and show something or have something to show. You would look at other people and see how far they have gone, what they are doing, the quality of their sound, the quality of their videos, the machines that they are using, and say, from the look of things, what I'm starting is a minor thing and it cannot work. And this paralyzes. When you come to such thought, you realize it paralyzes the mind. It paralyzes the goals. When you begin to think in terms of big, you want to begin a big studio. Let me major on studio and media, because that is where I am in. And so you realize when you begin to think, how do I start? How do I start? That kind of trying and look, comparing what other people are doing can make you paralyze the size of your goal. Here in Prime GTV, we have bigger goals. We want to come to your television sets. We want to reach the whole world. And by so doing, in order not to paralyze those goals, because they are sizable goals, we need to understand that we always have to begin small. We have to begin from somewhere where it looks like this thing is not working. People can laugh at you. People can, write you off and say, can't you look for money, and they begin something big. And so, like us in Prime GTV, as I said earlier, we started in a very low note. When I always sit and look back and see where I started or where we started in Prime GTV, it was so low. The quality was poor. Things were not like they were not working. But we discovered the power of starting small and knew that one day we have a goal. We have a destiny. We have a vision. And so for us to reach that vision, let us agree, these small beginnings are very key. And I shall be unveiling some of the things that were challenging, some of the things that were so difficult to me to meet in order to come to you on air. But your presence on the other side, people keeping coming in and saying, wow, your pictures are so nice. I remember those old days when I started, I could appear and people could write to me and say that your face is shining so much. You are looking so wonderful in television. And people would even call me and ask me, where is that station? You are in a very big, you are in a very big place. But I would say, okay, to me, it looks very small, but to other people, kumbe, it is a big thing. I could start and say, well, by the encouragement of these people, I can go, I can continue. I did not have a lot of ideas what to do. I did not have a lot of things, machines. It's only a small camera and a funny mic, which I used to, those headphones, headphones which have a mic that protrudes there. That is what I began with. And I could talk with my mic here, or I place it on my table, and then it looked so unprofessional. It looked like so down, something that cannot be admired by anybody. But to me, there is power in starting small. And from there we have moved. We have come far. We are no longer where we began from, because we had a big size goal and we have not reached where we are going. In fact, we are even not halfway. We are still focused to greater things. But in order not to paralyze, that feeling of paralyzing bigger goals or the size of our goals, we are encouraged to know that there is power in beginning small. I was introducing something to you so that we can directly go to what we are purposing to do tonight. And so I'll be going through my few notes which I have here. You'll be seeing me touching my machines here and trying to come to you with the points, because I realize that if you have to be presentable, before people, don't just assume and carry things on your brains. Make a small note, come with it, talk, and then give the best to the people, because people want quality. People want the best. And I have been researching a lot of things through the YouTube, because the YouTube has been my best teacher. When I was solo, when I was starting small, my best teacher was the YouTube. So YouTube is one of the best teachers you can experience, you can have. So make sure if you want to learn anything and want to begin something, run to the YouTube, look for what you want there, learn. Be a person that can continually learn, search, do a lot of research, and that will help you as you begin small. Now, I want us to get into reality of our subject tonight, the power of beginning small. The power of beginning small. But my question is, why starting small is so powerful? Why is it that starting small is so powerful? Number one, it removes overwhelm. That kind of overwhelming mind, overwhelming spirit, thinking too much. What can I do? Where do I get money? That kind of overwhelming ideas. You want to begin a television or a TV station online. You are overwhelmed by ideas. How do I get big machines so that I can draw many? But I want to know that big goals can feel intimidating. When you have big goals, it may intimidate you. Number two, you have to know that but small steps feel doable. That's a powerful statement. Big goals can feel intimidating, but small steps feels doable or feel doable. There is an overwhelm. You are overwhelmed by thought. I want to begin, a fitness, activity where people can come in. You want to begin to think in terms of what will I have? What do I have? Or if you want even your health, you want to control your health. You begin to think in overwhelming things. How can I do it? But I want us to know that when you want to begin small, it is powerful, and it removes that overwhelming thought, that overwhelming power. It removes, it takes away. And so I've said big goals, can feel intimidating. When I began this online channel or online TV, there are things that could intimidate me, because I would think I need to be so powerful. Number one, powerful microphones. I didn't have money for a powerful mic, because a powerful mic will not go for anything less than 30,000. I did not, I had a camera, but it was not that powerful, and I'm still using it even today. But, there were some things that intimidated me. Yes, I have a big goal of reaching the whole world with the gospel of Jesus Christ through the online medium, But then when I look at what I have, yes, this is a big goal, but it is intimidating my life. How will I do it? How will people approach this goal which I have? But then the idea is that small steps are doable. When you come and sit down and say, what mic do I have here? Because I have researched a lot of things in the YouTube, and they tell me that that small microphone that you have, begin with it. Even use your phone. As a camera, use that one, because it is doable. Because if I think in terms of a camera worth 100,000, I don't have that much, Then if my phone can work, if it can do, then everything is doable. It is doable. Small steps are doable. You take a small step which you can make. And as I began that time, and I was thinking like, how can I do it? But when I did it, that small step, which was doable to me, people reacted positive, and they were like, wow, you have a wonderful studio. Not knowing that my microphone is so small, My camera doesn't qualify for anything like that, but small steps which are doable, I did with confidence, then, they meant an impact, and they were removing that overwhelm. You're overwhelmed by many things. You think, I need a very big place, a big room. You can if you realize the size of my studio today, you will wonder, because I use my house. It is not a rented outside place in a big town. I'm in my house. Even today, as I'm talking to you, my studio is my house, is in my house. I'm not using, a big place. Although it appears like where I am, it is very big. Do you know the reason? Because we have technology, and that technology can use the small thing that you have. That small step which you have is doable. It's very important. The power of starting small. Well, this is not how I started, but at least I've moved. Yes, the room I was using then is not what the room I'm using. I got in my house, which has many rooms, I got a bigger room, and this is what I'm using today as my studio. Small steps are doable. Before I think of going out there and renting a big place, because that is a goal. I want a big television studio where I can reach people, and many workers can be there. You can have big machines. Those are the goals, but they can intimidate because I don't have money. But the simple steps, the little steps that I have, they can make an impact, and they can make everything doable. So that is number one about the power of starting small. The power of starting small removes overwhelm. You are not tortured in your brains. I gave myself that I will not think of big machines which I cannot own, which I don't have money for. But the little things that I have, are able to make me to start. And so the small steps are doable. I can do with this small microphone. I can do with this kind of a camera. I can do without a mixer, And I started there, and I moved, and I could bless people. Today, I'm not talking there, but I've not gone to my goals. And I'm not intimidated by the big goals. I'm still walking by my power, by my ability, so that I can reach the goal or that big goal which I have. So, number one, I want you to understand that starting small removes overwhelm. I have seen people in business, like another town where we used to stay. My wife was running a salon, and we had a big house, and we had set up a few things there. And then people saw that we were doing a good business. They did not know where we started. It was poor. We started in a very local place, and a local building without electricity, but we persisted. We were not intimidated by our goals. And then down the line, people would come in that town, and when they see us, they go, because they have money, they go to the supermarket, buy big machines, and come in. They did not discover the power of starting small, and then they come in and boom, they get in with big business. But within a month or two, they disappear. So this thing is not about how much you have. It is about small steps which are doable. That is a very key thing, my viewer, I want us to understand. Number two, starting small builds momentum. I think these are points for those who want to begin something, or you have tried to begin something and it has not been good, and you have been starting and going back. I want you to mark this point. I believe it is powerful if you can have your place to write, because it will help you. Number one, I've said starting small removes overwhelm, and number two, it builds momentum. When you begin small, you build momentum. Yeah. One small action leads to another. When you act on this one today, it will lead you to the next. Yes. A preacher in Uganda, I think is Mayanja, used to say that every opportunity that you utilize well, it opens a door to another opportunity. So you do this opportunity, it opens a door to another opportunity. And meaning that an opportunity goes opening doors to other opportunities. So the issue here is, when you begin small, it's powerful because it builds momentum. You have momentum. You have power to go. When you begin, as I began my TV, I said, no matter how small it is, but then I know this one will lead me to another. It will open door to another one. And surely it has been happening. For the last 5 years, it has not been the same. It has been this door opens to another, this door opens to the next, this door opening to the other, because starting small builds momentum. You go step by step. But as I've given an example earlier, you go because you have money, purchase powerful, microphones, you purchase powerful cameras, mixers, and you place them in a house. But because you did not start small, you have no momentum to continue. There's a lot of pressure in this media. There is a lot of pressure. And for you to overcome that pressure, you need to go one small step, another small step, until you reach your goal. I remember I've passed a lot of things, I've passed a lot of challenges, and if I had not passed this, I could not be where I am. I remember I've been hacked, my 2 accounts which I used previously, have been hacked. And I remember the first hacking, I was hacked. I was asked $1,500 by the hacker so that they can retain my account, which I could not afford. And so these small actions, they lead you, they make you to have momentum, so that next time you can know, how can I control my accounts so that they are not hacked, so that I can maintain, you see. And after that, I continued another time, I was hacked again. But down the line, the YouTube could give ideas, that research, small steps, small actions, giving us momentum. So this is so powerful. And by so doing, I've been able to stabilize to some extent and being careful on how to fight against, these fraudulence, people who are hacking. How can we overcome this? So when you start small, you build momentum. Mark this one, you build momentum. I began not knowing how to talk because I've not done classes in media, But I have learned now through the social media, how can I do it? And so I began small, I can do this small, then I sit down and watch what I did yesterday, I see this was wrong, this was not right, and then I upgrade. And these small actions, small steps, they are leading to another one. I'm becoming better every day. I know how to present myself, how to talk, and such things. So starting small builds momentum. It's very key for us. And in our talk show tonight, I want you to capture this because it's very important and master that one small action leads to another. When you act on this, it leads you to the next. It leads you to another one. Number 3, the power of starting small, remember, is that it triggers habit formation. It triggers habit formation. When you start small, you trigger the formation of certain habits, When you start small, like for me, when I started media, I started small, I could talk, but then it was triggering habits, It was forming habits. How can I approach? How can I talk? It has been triggering habits, habit formation. So if I started and said, because I can talk, I just sit here and talk, and then I go away, you begin small, you are triggering an habit, you are forming an habit day after another. And down the line, you realize you are qualified. Many people talk to me and they tell me, you are a wonderful presenter. You are qualified, not knowing that I have learned it the other way, not the class way, you learn from the ground, you learn from the ground. And so that small, that small beginning, small starting, it triggers habit formation. And then your habits of acting, whatever you do, whether it is you want to become physically fit, you can trigger habits on how to become physically fit by beginning small. Don't start up there. You don't start from stop coming down. You climb from down going up. Yes. So you have to know that you are triggering habits when you start small. Don't desire to start up there because it will bring you down, trampling. Start small, trigger habit formation, and then you will understand that you can go somewhere. Consistency beats intensity. When you are consistent with what you want to do. It beats intensity. One thing has motivated me to continue in media and bringing you this program every time and again is the CEO of primegtv, is that I have been consistent. I have always been consistent. There are times when I feel so low, I feel like I don't want to do it for them because it is not a must. They are not paying me anyway. But because I have brought them to the platform, I have to be consistent. If I don't do today, tomorrow, and then I do after 1 week, people will say this man is not serious. But you need to be consistent every day. Every day. You are triggering habits and formation. And so when every Friday comes, I have to look for a way. I have to look for a way so that there's a program for that day. I have to be consistent. Yeah, that is too powerful. Be consistent. Don't do it today, next month, after 2 months, come again and say, sorry, I did not, that consistency beats intensity. And so we have to be consistent. Starting small is powerful because it is triggering habit formation, and that makes us to be consistent, and we beat intensity. This is so powerful, and I believe our talk show tonight is building your life, because this is a solo talk show. It is not whereby I'm asking people questions. Today, it is me, but I'm giving out ideas, and also I'm giving out of experience, my 5-year experience in this industry. And so it is so powerful. Number 4, another thing that we have to know is that when you start small, it reduces fear of failure. Too powerful. When you start small, it reduces the fear of failure. When you are beginning something, one big challenge which faces us as human being is the fear of failure. And this is a dangerous syndrome. It's something that is too dangerous for anybody trying to start a thing. Because the moment you fear, what will be the repercussions of this? What shall be the outcome? How will people take this? How will people react? The moment you come to that point of fear, then you will not progress. You will not go anywhere. When I started, I had that kind of fear came in. Yes, I'm starting. The moment I go live on here, will people follow? Will there be people following? And surely, when I began going online, I would start, and when I look at my machines, there is a place that shows you how many people are following. I would see I'm talking, but nobody is there. I am live. On Facebook. But that Kahai, which shows the number of people following, there is no one following. And that fear can kill. That fear can finish what you desire. That big goal which you have can be killed by fear. And so the secret is start small, building momentum, as we said earlier. Start small, because when you start small, it reduces the fear of failure. You will not be fearing to fail. You will continue. You will continually continue. You will keep going. You will keep going. And so I would sit and see my Facebook, nobody is following. Nobody is following. And that fear now can begin thinking. But because I used to say I'm not paying a big rent, my room is small, my machines are small anyway, my fear, because I'm small, that fear will not make me fail. It will not make me fail. And that consistency and that kind of beginning small has given me to continue. And I'm not failing. I've not failed, and I'll not fail, because I have a God who gives us hope every time. So fear reduces Starting small reduces the fear of failure. Small steps and lower resistances. People will resist you, will tell you this thing cannot work. That fear comes in. How do you begin something that you cannot, even you don't have a strong Wi-Fi? By the way, when I started, I know Wi-Fi. I could use my phone as a provider service. It is what was giving me the Wi-Fi. But down the line, I could now secure a Wi-Fi because I started small. I did not have fear of Wi-Fi because I knew my phone is here. I'll put in my bundles and I will hear my programs. But down the line, according to the ability, that goal of getting a Wi-Fi came true, and I bought a Wi-Fi. And so the fear of lack of Wi-Fi has not been an issue because even today I know, even if there is no electricity, I will still use my phone as a medium for to give me the Wi-Fi that I need to produce or to hear the programs to you. So starting small reduces fear of failure. Don't desire to begin big, but if you have the ability to begin big and withstand, then well and good. Finally, on that point of why starting small is too powerful is that it fights procrastination. You can say, I'll just do 5 minutes because it feels easier than I'll do it all. I'll just do 5 minutes. Feels easier than I'll do it all. I wanted to mark this one because we are fighting procrastination. I'll do it for 20 minutes instead of doing 1 hour. And so when you say that, you find it doable. The thing is doable. You can do it because you are doing according to your small ability. I have ability to do a program of 10 minutes, yes, then let me do it. I'll just do it 10 minutes because it feels easier than saying I'll do 2 hours. That is what we are saying that you fight procrastination. So let us be, not people that want to begin big things, doing a program of a whole day. Today I don't have ability to come on here to you for a whole day because my ability does not make me do it. But I have ability of coming to you for 1 hour or so. I remember one time one of my followers, one of our viewers was telling me, can we do this thing now for 2 hours? But to me, I could see the ability is worthy 1 hour. And so just do what you can. Don't do what you cannot do. And that, it will remove what we begin by saying, it removes that overwhelm. You have a big goal, but you are intimidated. You are intimidated by what you have. How able are you to run? How able are you to run for this period of time? And so mark it that, do that which is doable, as we said earlier that small steps feel doable. Small steps feel doable. Now, I want us to continue, but then before we continue, let us take a short break. Let us get our advert, and then we are coming back again and continue with our talk this evening.
Join us for Coffee Convo, your weekly dose of engaging discussions over a warm cup of coffee. Every Friday at 8 p.m., we dive into thought-provoking topics, share personal stories, and have fun, meaningful conversations with special guests. Whether you're a coffee lover or just enjoy a good chat, this is the perfect place to unwind and connect. Grab your favorite brew, tune in, and let's talk. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation. Don't miss out. Stream live and join the conversation.
Pull up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.
All right, welcome back again to Coffee Convo tonight. I was taking a sip of water, and I believe you're also taking something there. And I believe you are with us in this program, and you are getting powerful insights about the power of starting small. We don't want to, to be overwhelmed by big goals and wanting to start big. We want to start small. And I want us to, because I talked about a few things there, about 5 points I've talked about, the power. Why is it that starting small is powerful, Why is it that starting small is powerful? So I want to bring in a few examples, real life examples about what you can do small, leading you to a bigger thing. When I was finishing, I said, I'll just do 5 minutes. Feels easier than I will do it all. So I want us to come to some few real life experience, like number one, fitness. There are those people who want to do fitness, gym. You can, starting 5 minutes walk on the road leads to 30 minutes workouts. That is a real example. You can state, I want to start small. I'll begin my fitness, I'll be walking 5 minutes every day. 5 minutes every day. That is starting small. So starting with the 5 minutes walk can lead to 30 minutes. Why? Because there is that consistency. Every day you are there walking. Every day you walk. Every day you walk 5 minutes. Then you say, let me try 10 minutes. Let's try 20 minutes. Let me try 30 minutes. So starting with 5 minutes walks, can lead to 30 minutes workout. I'm giving real examples of I'll just do 5 minutes instead of doing 30 minutes. You don't have ability to walk 30 minutes in a day. That is fit for fitness, those walks. You're not able to walk 30 minutes as a beginner. But then as a beginner, do 5 steps, walks. Walk 5 every day. Walk 5 walks every day. 5 walks every day. You see, you walk today, you walk 5 times. Then this will lead to 30 minutes walk in the near future. As much as you have begun small, and that consistency is there, because we have talked about consistency, triggering habit formation. We have talked about the reduction of fear, because we are talking about starting small. And so when you start that fitness of 5 minutes walk, then you realize with time you can walk 30 minutes workouts. So that is an example. Another example is creativity. Writing. There are those people doing writing online, or you want to do just a writing. Writing 100 words a day becomes a full manuscript. Every day you say, I'll be writing only 100 words. 100 words every day. Keep it consistent. Do it every day. Start it small at 100. Don't want to begin with 1,000 or a booklet. No, start with 100. The moment you write 100 today, you will write 100 tomorrow. Because you are consistent. You are building the habit. You are building a habit formation. Then with the time you realize you can write a whole manuscript. You can write a booklet. You can write something big. You see? So these are examples I'm just trying to give you about starting small. Starting small. You start with a small thing, continue persistently, consistently, and with time you realize that you can write a whole booklet, you can write a whole foolscap, you can write a whole script that is needed. So if it is about creativity, you can write 100 words, and with time you realize that as days go by, it becomes a full manuscript. That's another example. I've given an example of fitness, an example of creativity. That's an example like writing. And then also in business, starting with one product, one client, or one video like me, it can make you go far. You don't need to start with, a whole stock. Your shop is packed to capacity. You don't know even where to walk about. But because you have no ideas, you'll come down trembling. You'll close the business because you did not start small as we started. We said earlier there, we said that you build momentum. So when you have a product, you are selling a product, one product, or you have one client, but they come every day. You are building momentum. And with time, you realize you can handle 20 clients. You can manage, a business which has a big stock because you have started small. Even for us with videos, we are doing media. How can I manage one small video? How can I shoot it, edit it, and then give it out? That one video will make you have ability to do even 10 videos. So there is power in starting small. It builds momentum. It reduces that fear of failure. When you start it, you cannot fear, will I manage these videos of these people? And so it is very key, it's very important that in business, start small. Even in matters of mental health, issues of health, when starting with one daily affirmation or one gratitude, you are affirmed of your health today. Tomorrow you are affirmed of your health again. Your mental health begins to come good. You have a wonderful health. You have a wonderful mental health by starting with one daily affirmation, handling it one day. Tomorrow you handle it, and it makes a journal entry. You can now become mentally well by starting small. I don't know what maybe your health issue is, but there is something you can begin to do slowly by slowly, affirming it day by day, one after another, and by the end of it, your health comes back to normal. And so I was giving a few things about starting small. Those are a few examples I've given you. I'm really a big example that I started small. Because when I started, I didn't know how to run a program even for 1 hour. What material can I put there? So I could run a program of 20 minutes because I can make a song, I can preach 10 minutes, I can advertise. Even the adverts, I did not know how to make them then. But then I started there, that small. But now I can even run a program of 2 hours. I can do it for 3 hours because I'm building momentum. I've removed that fear of failure, because I started small. So let us know that we need to begin to learn to start small. And as we start small, we can keep going and keep going and keep going until we become big. There are some mindsets that we need to embrace as we start small so that we can reach our goals, the bigger goal that you have. Because every time you start a thing, you don't start it with a small goal. You have a goal, like if when I started, online TV, I had a goal of reaching the whole world with the gospel. But it was not easy because I did not have what it takes to reach the whole world. So by so doing, I realized that there are mindset shifts that we need to embrace so that as we begin to small, we have that mindset and it can make us reach the bigger goal. The bigger goal that we have in us. Number 1, progress over perfection. Progress is too key. How am I progressing every day? Am I doing it every day, progressing and becoming better than perfect? You cannot start a TV like mine, online TV, perfectly the first day. I come here, I'm so well dressed, have the best sound, have the best video. No. It is progress. If you are a pastor, for example, a preacher, you are preaching, you don't begin perfect. You preach today, you preach tomorrow, you preach the next year, and at a given time you become perfect. So we want to shift that mindset, and embrace that progress is what is key, and it is what will lead us to become perfect. Done is better than perfect. I have had a program. It is better than perfect, because this program which I have done today, I'll realize it has weaknesses, and then I correct the mistakes, I take it to another, but by the end of it, I'm perfect. Yes, people will say it is not well done, but it has been done. Perfection, that is the first mindset shift which I want us to embrace. Then another thing, because I know our time is also going, we have something we are calling direction matters than speed. And this is very key. Many years ago, I used to watch Safari Rally. They used to pass in our place, and a Safari Rally would come in a very high speed, then misses the direction. And then the car speeds. It is speeding up, but in the wrong direction. By the time this person discovers they are lost and they come back and then go, the rest have gone, they have wasted time. It is not how fast I'm hearing programs every day. No. What direction am I taking? If this glass of water of mine, this is the direction I want it to go, but then instead of going the direction, it goes the wrong way at a very high speed, which is more better? Is it the direction even with a small face, or the speed on a wrong way? So we have to know that direction is more, it matters more than speed. Don't go the wrong way with a high speed, but go the right way in the right direction in small phases. That is what we are calling the power of beginning small. By the time you realize you are in the wrong way, you overspeeded, then by the time you take the right, you come back to the right channel and follow the right way, your opponent will be far much gone. Direction matters more than speed. No matter how slow you are, but you're going the right direction, you are still moving. You are not in the same station. You are not stagnant. You are not static. You are still moving. Yes, slow, but in the right direction. A mindset that I want us to shift to or to embrace is that small is sustainable. Something small, you can sustain it. But if you boom to a big business, a big wholesale, a big supermarket, and you have nothing, you have no idea, you'll bounce back, you'll fall. But if you have small thing that you can sustain, it will work for you. Big leaps often burn out quickly. When you jump long steps, long leaps, it burns out quickly. You'll be tired. I used to see people when we used to run in school, maybe 2 laps or so. The boy begins too fast, making long steps, when he is here, number 2 is here. But after 1 lap, before we take the second lap, he burns out quickly, and then you begin to see him going backwards, and those who are behind him going ahead of him. So we don't want to begin by making big leaps, big jumps, big steps. No, just small steps that are sustainable. Even beginning a ministry, a church, you need to begin small and then go steps. I have seen people, practical examples. People, they get money from the whites, they come with big machines, they begin a church, but because they did not manage the little they had, they could not sustain a small thing. The big ones quickly burns out. Mindset shifts to embrace. Number 1, progress over perfection. Number 2, direction matters more than speed. And number 3, small is sustainable. Let's take another short break. After that break, I'll be coming almost to conclude with common roadblocks which we face along the way, and tiny wins, and then I will be done as I finish. So let's take a break as I take a sip of water, and then we shall be back shortly.
Join us for Coffee Convo, your weekly dose of engaging discussions over a warm cup of coffee. Every Friday at 8 p.m., we dive into thought-provoking topics, share personal stories, and have fun, meaningful conversations with special guests. Whether you're a coffee lover or just enjoy a good chat, this is the perfect place to unwind and connect. Grab your favorite brew, tune in, and let's talk. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation. Don't miss out. Stream live and join the conversation.
Pull up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.
Okay, welcome back, my viewers, again to Coffee Convo. Remember, we are here in a conversation, a solo conversation. Today, we don't have any guest. I am your host and the CEO of Prime GTV. Prime GTV is an online gospel channel where we preach Jesus Christ all over the world through the airwaves, as always say. And it has been my example that I began small and I have come this far. I have not reached my goal. Remember, I am just somewhere, but I am not where I was. I have moved. Why? Because I embraced small beginning. I embraced small beginning, which was sustainable to me. I did not desire to have a big studio where I have big machines, big cameras, big house, well furnished, no. Because every time, as I said, big leaps always burn out quickly. Remember, this is Coffee Convo, where every cup of coffee sparks new conversation. And I know you are following well there. You are being built, you are being motivated even to realize that whatever you thought cannot work, it can work for you. Begin small. You will end up big as you desire. Big goals begin small every time. Now, let us look at some common roadblocks and how to beat them. Some common roadblocks when you are beginning small and how to beat them. Because I have told you out of experience, I have begun small and I've been challenged in many ways, but I have not gone back to square one. I always keep progressing because I know how to sustain the small, that I have. Now, I want to talk about 3 common roadblocks that always affect people. When people want to do something, there are some common roadblocks. But how are they and how can we beat them? Number 1 is that we always say it is not enough. I looked at my machines when I was beginning, this channel. And I could say this camera is too small. This microphone is not enough. I don't have what it takes to go online. But that's just a block which comes our way. It's a block that is just placed our way so that we can give up and say, let's forget about this. Let's forget about the whole thing. There are times when I could sit and say, why should I waste my time? Why should I waste my money? This thing is too small. It is not creating any impact to people. It is not making any impact to people. And at that point, because the roadblock is there, telling you you are not enough for this, you don't have enough machines, that time you give yourself the courage to continue. So sometimes you say it is not enough. This is a roadblock. Small is enough to begin. That is one way of beating this roadblock, because we said we are talking about common roadblocks and how to beat them. One roadblock is that it is not enough. But how can we beat it? We can beat it by saying that small is enough to begin. That small for your business, that 1,000 which you have, can begin your business. I used to do a business in schools called bookbinding. And when I started, I was small. I had a very small machine which could not sustain the work. I did not have even money to start. But I said, this small I have is enough for me to begin. But the roadblock was there saying, it is not enough. It is not enough. You have 500 shillings and you want to begin to sell, to do hawking. to say a few small things. Then you look at it and say, this is small, it cannot start for me. Small is enough to begin. That is how you can beat it. Small is enough to begin. Don't sit there and say, no, it can be possible. So that is one common roadblock. It is not enough. That is a very strong roadblock, and if you cannot overcome it, then you will never move. And the only way to beat this one is to say that small is enough. Yes, this money is too small, but it is enough to begin. Sell with it, come back, give, put the income there, take the capital which you started with, go again, come. You realize within 1 year you are somewhere, you are reaching your goal. So begin. Number 2 common block is that I don't see results yet. This is a killer. It is a killer roadblock. I told you earlier when I began my online channel, TV channel, I would sit there behind my camera, in front of my camera, and my machine there, and I am live in Facebook, but nobody is following me. I was not seeing results at all. There were no results. And now I would ask myself, by the way, why am I doing this? What are these people paying me? But I had the urge to preach the gospel to the whole world according to our vision, where we say that we want to preach the whole world the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yes, there were no results, but today I have a bulk of results. I've reached so many people. So these are common roadblock which says, I don't see results. I want you to know this. The only way to overcome this is that results compound over time. Results form over time. They don't come the first day you begin your business. I've seen people talk to me and tell me, create for me a YouTube channel, I want to begin, I want to be paid. And then they come in the YouTube channel, there are no results, and they give up. Why? Because they don't want to begin small. The only secret I want you to understand today, this night, is that results compound over time. Results form over time. They don't come the first day you start. Even they don't come the second day. Neither do they come even the first year or the second year. They need consistency, as we said earlier. Be consistent. Results compound over time. This syndrome, this killer, this roadblock, which tells you I don't see results yet, don't listen to it. It is a roadblock, it is a killer, it is a destroyer. It will make you never to progress. Every time, put it in your mind that results compound over time. They compound over time, all right? And that will definitely make you go far. And then number 3, it is too slow. Too slow. This business is too slow. This business is not even bringing anything. Why do you want to start today and tomorrow you are rich? You need to go slowly, slowly. Yes, it is slow. It was slow to me. Running an online TV, it was too slow. I was discouraged. I almost gave up. But I had in me a burden, knowing that no matter how slow it is, no matter how little it is, no matter how results are not coming in, but I have to progress. I have to move. Remember what we said earlier. We said that if we are triggering habit formation, consistency beats intensity. That was very key. We talked about that one earlier. And so it is too slow is a roadblock. But then I want you to know that the way to beat this roadblock is that slow progress is still progress. Slow progress is still progress. Don't give up. Don't say it is too slow, I'll throw it away. No. I want you to know that slow progress, no matter how slow it is, how the progress is going slow, no matter how slow it is, progress, slow progress is still progress. You are moving. Even if you move this glass to that point and then stop it there for 1 month, that is progress you have done. Another month, you move it there, that is still progress. So slow progress is still progress. It is not that it is not progressing, no. It's only that it is slow, but it is progress. So mark that one. It is a very key thing. I said we'll talk on that 3 common roadblocks and how to beat them. Number 1, we have said it is not enough. It is a roadblock. But we said small is enough to begin. Number 2, we said I don't see results yet. Yeah, you are not seeing any results. But results compound over time. Results are they come over time. With time, you begin to see results. I'm seeing results. Supposing I gave up those days, but today I'm seeing results. I'm seeing results because results compound over time. They don't come overnight. No, they compound with time. And then lastly, we have said it is too slow. That's a roadblock. But slow progress is still progress. I think these things will empower somebody tonight for continuity. You were thinking of giving up, saying it, goodbye to that. No, don't do it. Remember, it is not enough. It's just a roadblock. I don't see results. It's just a roadblock. It is too slow. These are just roadblocks. We have option. Small is enough to start. Results compound with time. And the slow progress is still progress. Now, tiny wins, big confidence. When you win, a very tiny win is a big confidence for you. When I could run a program and I see somebody making one comment, just one person, and comments it and says, I've been blessed, that was a tiny win, but a big confidence to me. Sometimes you are online and somebody says, you are so shiny. That's a tiny win, but it is a big confidence. That confidence to continue. And so these are some of the things that have made me to progress, to come where I am. I started from nowhere, and the people could laugh and say, what is this man doing? It was small, yes. But the tiny wins which I could attain there, they were big confidence, and they have brought me this far. Celebrate every little win. No matter how small it is, celebrate it. Celebrate every little win. Each action is a vote for the person you are becoming. These are powerful statements. I think this is like a motivational talk. Celebrate every little win and know that each action is a vote for the person you are becoming. So the little wins, the little actions, they were voting for me to become who I am today. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm somewhere. I'm not what I used to be. And so these kind of actions, the little actions that you are doing, celebrate them. These little actions, they are making votes. They are voting, and they'll accumulate the votes, and you become that person who your goals are to be, that desired person you are, that desired person you want to become, then you must know they are coming from the votes of the actions that you do. Momentum is emotional. Momentum is emotional. That momentum which you want to make, it has emotions. It is emotional. A single action can change your state and confidence. A single action can change your state and confidence. Don't give up. That which action which you want to take, act it today. Begin it today. Don't give up, because a single action can change your state and confidence. My little action which I took when I began my online TV has changed my state, has changed my confidence. I am confident to face people today and tell them this and that. My state has changed. I'm not who I used to be those days when I began. I have changed my state by single action. So that single action which you will take today after listening to this will change your state and will change your confidence. As I come to conclusion, because I know my time is too much spent and I've talked a lot and I've imparted a lot of things to us, is that to you, my listener, and to you, my viewers, what is one ridiculous step or small step you can take today toward your goal? That is a challenge I'm posing to you. I know in your life, you have that ridiculous small step you have always desired to take, but you are asking yourself, how will I do it? I don't have it. I don't have enough. What I have cannot amount to anything. I'm not seeing anything in it. Do it today. By tomorrow morning, take that action, because that is your starting point. Kindly take the right step after you have listened to all these talk show or podcasts. Take an action. And if you want to reach me or to talk to me, then you can DM or you can tag me in this thing, and then I can come to you. We can talk online, and we can do it, because it is doable. Small steps are doable. Follow me in my own social media platform, David Mutuku, in YouTube, the one we are using. You can also follow me in my Gmail account, wamut436@gmail.com. That is my personal. And then we can talk, we can encourage one another and see how we can start. Remember, massive success is built on invisible small steps. Very key, very powerful. That massive success which you want, is built on invisible small steps. These are some of my parting shots as I finish the program tonight, and they are very key. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are with what you have. Very key. Don't wait for perfect conditions whereby you have the best mics, you have the best cameras, where you have the best studio. No. That business which you aspired to become great, start today where you are with what you have, and I am sure you will become great. This has been part of my story and encouragement to you through what I've been doing here in social media, where I began, how challenging it was, the discouragements that I had, but how I maneuvered to this point. So don't give up. Remember, massive success is built on invisible small steps. Take small steps, they will take you somewhere. Otherwise, subscribe to our channel and keep sharing. Review it every time the episode. You can review it because it's in my YouTube. Share it wide and make sure that you subscribe to my channel, David Mutuku there, and I believe I'll be bringing in powerful and strong things towards you. May you have a wonderful night and a wonderful week until next Friday, which we shall be also having the next program of Coffee Convo. We will be hosting many guests on families, on your story and other things that you want us to hear here in Coffee Convo in primegtv. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me and to grasp everything that we have talked tonight, and I want to believe it has changed, transformed, and made you to a person of purpose. You are going places by this short podcast. And so, have a wonderful night. God bless you. I've been your host, David Mutuku, right away from primegtv here in our program, Coffee Convo. And until next time, have a wonderful time and have a wonderful good night until we meet again. And God bless you. Shalom, shalom.
Pull up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.